Hi Joe, it's your pal Erin. I don't usually make cooking videos. I've never done this before, but you're my favorite troubadour, and I don't want you to be afraid of your Instant Pot. So I'm going to show you what's going on in my kitchen today. I'm making curry and rice, and I'm going to demonstrate to you that there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, so I turned on the saute function a couple minutes ago. Now you can tell the oil's nice and hot. So I'm going to add some of the pre-cut vegetables that I think should be sauteed a little bit before they go in a curry. So this is some potato. Wow. Give that stir. Right, I'm going to let that go for just a couple minutes. I'm also going to add eggplant and zucchini and saute that for a little bit as well. Okay, so now the vegetables have sauteed to my liking, about 10 minutes. And I'm going to add the ingredients right to the pot that we're going to use to make the sauce. And I can just turn that off for a second. So for my curry, I like to use a little, this is about a pint of tomato chunks. We'll use some coconut milk, definitely. Next, I'm going to add some Thai curry paste. How about some tamari? I've got some vegetarian fish sauce from my Asian market. I don't know what's in that. The ingredients list is in Vietnamese, so I'm taking it on faith. I'm going to throw in some brown sugar per the suggestions on the back of the curry bottle. And I'm going to augment with just a few more spices of my own. That's some cumin and some garam masala. All right. And last, I've got some other vegetables. These are carrots and beans that I didn't care so much about whether they sauteed. All right, so that's everything. We're going to mix it all up. Oh, it looks so good. So the next thing I want to show you, one of my other favorite features of the Instant Pot, is that you can make rice in the same pot at the same time that you're making curry. And so what all the pot heads online, they call this the pot in pot method. If you're ever looking for more information, you can Google recipes that have that phrase. So what you need for the pot in pot method is, for starters, some kind of trivet. So I'll show you mine. I bought them as a pair. I found them on Amazon, and what I like about them, you've got two different height options depending on what you're putting in your pot. But the little round holes here, you can put eggs in there, and that's like the super easiest way to make hard-boiled eggs in your Instant Pot. But when you're not using it for making eggs, it's just a perfectly good trivet situation. So the other thing I want to show you is that I've already made a bowl. I've taken out a glass Pyrex bowl, and I've put my rice and water already in it. And so this is brown rice. It's a cup and a half of brown rice and 2 1/4 cups of water, because the ratio for brown rice is 1 to 1.5. You know, I look this up basically every time I make it. Easy to find online. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my trivet to the Instant Pot, and then put the rice pot on top. Okay, so pot in pot. Now I'm going to put the lid on the whole thing. Okay, and that's how you know the lid is sealed. It makes that little noise. Now, when you cook under pressure, you need to make sure that the pot is sealed. That means turning the little nozzle here towards the back. I had a hard time when I first started using an Instant Pot remembering which way to go, and I found the directions that are printed on that nozzle hard to read, so I made myself a little cheater. Okay, so now we're going to set the timer for everything. We're going to put it in manual mode. It's in high pressure. I've already got it set for 23 minutes. You would do that using the plus and minus buttons. And then to set the timer, you'll press that now and adjust there so that it starts. I want it to start cooking in 4 hours. And now I just don't press anything and it will just accept. So it's going to start counting down for 4 hours from right now, and in 4 hours it will turn on, it'll come to pressure, that'll take about 15 minutes, then it'll cook under pressure for 23 minutes. And I chose 23 minutes because that's the recommended length of time for cooking brown rice, and that's the longest cooking ingredient in the pot right now. So when you're doing pot and pot method, you know, the curry probably, you know, alone I wouldn't put it in for that long, but it doesn't hurt it to leave it in as long as the rice needs. Okay, so I'll come back in 5 hours and show you what happened. It's later. The contents of the pressure cooker have cooked under pressure for 23 minutes and the pressure has gone down. You can tell because as it goes down, that little indicator will fall. You might hear it, and that's how you know that there's no more pressure and that it's safe to open the lid. Also, the lid won't come off until it's safe to take the lid off. So all you have to do is turn it, pull it off. Now, ready to see the contents. I want to show you one more Instant Pot gadget that I have. These are some Instant Pot clippers that you can use to retrieve the contents. So there's the rice. Look how perfect! Yay! And curry. Oops, I gotta get the trivet out. Here is the curry, looking good. So at this point, I would just taste it, figure out how much salt to add. Go ahead and add, you know, cilantro or Thai basil if you want to. If you want to add a little squirt of lime juice, it's all good. Bon appetit. Brian says, "Don't be afraid of your Instant Pot, Joe." Brian, want a cookie? Worth a try.